Blood Sucking Geeks. It's a podcast about horror and podcasting about horror and more horror and death and killing and violence.
Blood Sucking Geeks. It's freaking awesome, man. Listen every week. You won't regret it.
Blood Sucking Geeks. Listen to it, watch it, subscribe to it.
Blood Sucking Geeks. They could do better.
Watch the podcast, subscribe to it, listen to it every day.
Blood Sucking Geeks. Meh.
Blood Sucking Geeks. The best podcast there's ever been. Listen to it once a day, every day. It comes out every week on Wednesday. Subscribe to it. They have a Patreon. Fridays.
You gonna do something else?
Patreon it. Put your money into it. Invest into the podcast.
Blood Sucking Geeks. I went to high school with these guys. Glad they all moved away.
Just kidding. It's a collection of guys talking about amazing horror movies that are part of their childhood and made them have a grand old time while they were growing up and watching people die.
Blood Sucking Geeks. Listen to it every Friday. Subscribe to it. Watch the live view. Subscribe to the podcast on Patreon. Donate $5, $10, $15, $20, $23.
I like watching people die. I like it a lot. I really like it.
$5, $10, $15. They don't have that yet.
I love it. When you feel that last bit of life leave their bodies.
$34, $51, $75, and then $86. There's nothing after that.
Feels great. Feels really good. And you should watch this podcast because the podcast is really good.
You can pay for the podcast, you can subscribe, you can listen to it. Listen to it every week.
Blood Sucking Geeks. Fuck!
They have a $20 package, a $100 package. You get to decide the movie that they watch. You get to join in, okay? Then you will be remotely Zoom called in and you will be the guest on the podcast. You will be a Blood Sucking Geek for $200. Subscribe to it. Listen to it every week. Listen to it every day. We need those numbers. We need that money. Please listen to the podcast. We need those numbers. But more importantly, we need that money.
Sucking blood sucking geeks.
Wow.
That's the truth.
Geeks.
Blood Sucking Geeks. Blood Sucking Geeks. Blood Sucking Geeks. Blood Sucking Geeks.